This is a load screen from the GOAT test you take when you grow up in the vault. You have to sit down in this classroom and there's a slideshow presentation. You know, a hand has grown out of your stomach, what do you do? And the guy reads the questions and there's other, like, you know, kids in the room. And you can try to, you know, fake the test or talk your way out of it or sit down and take the test.
Does that affect your character?
What it really does, the GOAT does, is it affects your starting skills. So I'll pull these up. My character's a little bit hacked here, but what you do when you take the GOAT is it'll tag certain skills for you, so they'll start higher. There's no screen where you make your character. You play, like, the whole first half hour of the game is, you know, you have this baby book for learning your special skills, your specials, excuse me, and then you take the GOAT to do skills, and then the first time you level up, when you step out of the vault, you're getting to pick your first perk.
Right.
So those are your, like, special abilities.
Not so much.
It doesn't. This is the Pip-Boy 3000, so you can see all of your various stats and things like that. The general tab will keep track of your karma, so my guy's kind of evil. And then the data tab, where you can go through, you know, notes you found, listen to holotapes, your various quests, you know, world map, where you can find things, so you can fast travel back to places you've been.
And people were gonna be up in arms about the lack of the random combat sort of hybrid fast travel that they did in the last two games.
I mean, anytime we change anything from the previous games, we're like, this is gonna get a shot. In the original Fallouts, they have an over map that you fast travel through.
Right.
So we do have a system when you just wander the Wasteland, you are gonna run into random encounters. We have a really cool random encounter system with these, you know, big trigger boxes that will set off certain things based on what you've done. Making my way down the street here. So I'm on the outskirts of the city. This highway leads in to the downtown area. And so, you know, the Wasteland is all the way out there. And it starts to get, as you go through it, it gets more and more urban.
How much of the area outside of Washington, D.C. does it cover?
Well, the scale is so different. You know, it's definitely compressed. This area here, that's, you know, all highlighted, that's like the actual downtown DC. And so the mall is over here, Museum of Technology, the Washington Monument, which I've already discovered. And then you can kind of get a sense for the scale of it out here, how big the rest of it is. It's one scale when you're in the city versus the real world, and out in the Wasteland, kind of, you know, it feels much bigger than it actually is when you walk it. A 5-minute walk down a road in a game feels like an hour. So this screen is my overall condition, and your individual body parts have condition. And then you have, you know, your RADs, and you can take various drugs to reduce the radiation on yourself or make yourself resistant to it, and then you're trying to balance, well, how much do I want to heal up? And then how irradiated am I versus what's the condition of my arms? But that's generally the balance in the game, radiation versus health.
Right.
This is the VATS system, which I know a lot of people have seen. I have Bloody Mess, which
that was one of my favorite perks in the last two games.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, the Bloody Mess, where every kill is automatically a critical kill. Fallout just wouldn't be Fallout with lots of violence.
Exactly. This is like a raider camp here, where they've set up. Good place to find a lot of things. You can go through these refrigerators. Oh, you asked about the food. Okay, so here we go. Refrigerators are good. Okay, there's probably food in there. So you can see some of the various food types. And then Nuka-Cola works as, you know, a healing source. Let me take all this. But then because bottle caps are also the currency in the game, when you drink the Nuka-Cola, it's going to heal you, but then you're also given a bottle cap, so it's also money.
You got an iguana on a stick?
I do, yeah.
Is it like Oblivion where you can pick up too much and you're overburdened?
Exactly. Yeah, we're a little bit nicer about how much you can carry in this one, because we found, you know, with guns and ammo, people want to have more of each type.
These lockpicking tools, is that like a bobby pin and a screwdriver?
Right, you just happen to have a screwdriver, it's not in your inventory, it's just, you know, we assume you have one for the game. And then bobby pins are the resource. You know, the controller's vibrating, it's pushing against that bobby pin. And it acts a little bit more like real lockpicking, so I'm told. You know, you gotta find the right angle for the tumblers and then put the torque on the screwdriver. I can show you guys the hacking. Shows that turret over there. that the Raiders are controlling. And then this is another skill check, like lockpicking, for your science skill. It's like you're in the BIOS of the computer seeing potential passwords. You want to kind of see what like words they have. This is random every time, so I don't even know. So I see file, I see pile. 2 of the 4 letters are correct in the correct position. So it's kind of nice, like the lockpicking, where you feel like you're actually doing it, and you only get 4 chances to do it. See the like words there, and pile and wild, so it's definitely I and L.
Right.
You guys can help me out here. It's probably this. Boiling. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So now I'm in the computer. I'm going to deactivate the turret. So now it's not going to shoot anybody. So the rocket launcher is the heavy gun you can make. So this is a weapon you build out of, like, you know, a vacuum and a wood chipper. And you can take like all the crap you picked up, and then when you try to fire it, it's going to give you, you know, a container menu. Like, this is all the miscellaneous crap you have. And you know, you can look at its value and be like, well, I don't want to shoot the cleaner. I'll put ashtrays in there. I'll put cigarettes are really valuable, so we're not going to do that. Lunchbox. You know, teddy bears we like to do, some tin cans, and then they do damage based on how heavy they are. She's afraid of me now.
So now it's individually shooting each of those items?
It's just random, so it'll just shoot the crap out, you know, as it decides. And you can use that in VATS.
Wow, so there actually is a use to haul around a whole bunch of junk with you.
Yeah, it kind of changes it, you know, when you get this gun. Like, hey, all that crap I saw. That's a bloody mess. That's actually pretty rare to get. Ooh, the teddy bear. Get the entire body explosion. This guy's still running around. Let's give him some. The good thing is you can pick these up again.
Nice.
You know. It's going to get very, very hard. Like, as I go down into the city, the super mutants are tough, like, from the get-go. You know, we've had people here at E3 with their hands on, just going in a certain direction. We tell them, you know, don't go there, and they go in and just get butchered. But there are also areas of the game where we are going to tailor it to you, because we know you have to be here. We don't necessarily want you to leave.
It seems like a good compromise, though, because, I mean, clearly, if nothing was scaled, then it's almost like a false choice that you could go anywhere, because really you can just go one place. Yep. But in this case, you're still retaining. I've always liked that element of an RPG where you go somewhere and you're aware that it's beyond your ability at the time, but you get a glimpse of what's to come, and then you come back later and you're like, okay, now I'm ready for this stuff.
So now I'm getting closer to the city. And a lot of these buildings you can go in, that building over there is a library. And so even though we don't call it a quest, you can go in there, and you know, there's some Brothers of Steel guys ask you, hey, we're trying to find some old books and technology stuff. And so if you find these pre-war books for them, they're in good condition, they'll, you know, pay you money. This is the Enclave Vertibird, dropping off troops coming after me. Again, I'm later in the game where the Enclave and I are not friends. I've hotkeyed my stim packs there.
Oh, you have a low probability. Oh.
It almost doesn't matter with that, except to kill yourself by accident.
Wow.
So yeah.
All right.
There it is.
Fun stuff.